les sacrifices que tu fais. Quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second. Chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, Wilson, APAR, and by Indochino.
UBC campus in Vancouver. Welcome to the 2025 Indochino U-Sports Basketball Final 8 presented by Victory Creative Group. Alongside Andrew Savory, I am Marcus Fitzgerald as we get set to bring you today's first U-Sports Men's Championship quarterfinal contest between the Canada West bronze medalists, the Victoria Vikes, and the RSEQ champs, the Bishops Gaiters, going head-to-head on a Thursday morning in BC. Thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. Andrew, the first game of the tournament, first game of the day, the energy at the historic venue. You got the Vikes coming in, one game short of an unbeaten season, and then you've got the Gaiters on the other side. Lots to watch for, including one player on the Bishop side of things, Charles Robert. We should watch for him inside today.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be exciting to see Charles Robert. He's coming in as the RSEQ Player of the Year, and he was a National Player of the Year nominee as well. He can play inside and out, 15.8 points per game. But when you look at the bracket at large, you're coming in, this is going to be a tight seesaw affair. You have Bishops, they're coming in as the 5 seed, and then you have Victoria at the 4 seed, Marcus. It's going to be a tightly contested one, both teams with a lot to prove.
And real quick on the Vikes side, Ronaldo Robinson stepping up on the perimeter due to the injury to Diego Mafia back in January.
Ronaldo Robinson announced last night as a first-team All-Canadian in his 3rd year, and you know what? He comes from Quebec. He's facing probably some of his hometown mates, a great basketball community out there, averaging right around 15.3 points per game and a blistering percentage from beyond the arc at 42.4. Ronaldo Robinson really taking the majority of scoring for head coach Murphy Bernatowski in the absence of typical leading scorer Diego Mafia.
We will be back with more. You are watching the Final 8 from UBC, live from Vancouver on U-Sports on CBC. That worked.
Rock and steady.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey U-Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Early mornings, late nights, every rep,
Every sacrifice leading to this. Fueled by BioSteel, the best get the chance to make their mark. One weekend, one shot at glory.
And now, basketball fans, it is time to meet today's starting lineups. We will begin with the Bishops Gaiters. Starting today at guard, number 4, Obi DK. Starting forward, number 10, Charles Robert. Starting guard, number 11, Yanis Malanda. Starting forward, number 14, Etienne Gagnon. And starting forward, number 23, Carl Jacob. The Gators are led by head coach Matt McLean, and Coach McLean is assisted by DJ Nom, Julian Martin, and Steve Dunn. And now it is time to meet today's starting lineup for the University of Victoria. Starting guard, number 0, Sam Maye. Starting forward, number 7, Ethan Bogue. Starting guard, number 9, Griffin Arnott. Starting forward, number 10, Jaden Smith. And starting guard, number 14, Ronaldo Robinson. Head coach of the Vikes, Murph Bernatowski, with assistant coach Josh Reddy. Your officials for today's game, Nate Saunders, Cooper Tompings, and Chris Spooney. We would like to take this time to acknowledge that we are gathered today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. Nous aimerons également profiter de ces moments de reconnaître que nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui sur le territoire traditionnel, ancestral, et non cédé des peuples Musqueam. And now, basketball fans, without any further ado, it is time to get down to business. From the War Memorial Gymnasium, it is Bishops, it is UVic. Basketball fans, here we go!
The atmosphere at the War Memorial Gym at UBC for the Final 8, the first men's quarterfinal matchup of the day. The UVic Vikes and the Bishops Gaiters. The Gators in the purple uniforms with the black and white trim. The Vikes with the white uniforms, little blue, little gold in there as well. You see Sam Maye there, Andrew. He's got the headband, the flow. He's a fifth-year senior, a ton of experience. And I'm expecting to see, like we talk about Ronaldo Robinson, I'm expecting to see a lot out of Sam Maye today. He can guard 1 through 5 defensively.
Such a versatile player, Sam Maye. You can almost look at him as a package deal coming over from the Dalhousie Tigers with U Sports recently announced Coach of the Year, Murphy Bernatowski. What a season for the Vikes. They had that upsetting defeat on the road against Calgary. Finished bronze in Canada West as the Vikes win the tip. What do they have for us today, Marcus?
Robinson with the ball over the timeline as the Vikes get first possession in this ball game. Just a few seconds into the opening quarter. Maye getting the return feed, top of the arc here. Now handing one off. Good defense early by the Gators as Ronaldo takes that left-handed step-back 3 off the iron. Maye on the offensive glass, and right away Sam's making plays for UVic. Now he carries into the paint. Single defender, bounce pass stolen by Bishops. And the Gators have the ball for the first time this afternoon. This is Obi DK. Being guarded by Robinson. Swing a little bit. Good early ball movement. Get the Bishops early into the offense here. Inside turnaround hook shot is good. The first points of the ball game, Etienne Gagnon inside.
And scoring it like he has so many times this season. Gagnon, one of the leading rebounders in all of Canada, but showing the post touch on that one.
Now it's Maye. Maye getting a lot of usage early here. I know it's only 1:05 in, but we said watch for Sam, and we're seeing him as we get our first whistle of the ball game and a foul. It is on Obi DK, his first.
DK trying to fight over that screen. Bo came up to set it. It's going to be a foul charge against Bishops.
First team foul for the Gators. First foul of the ball game as Robinson works his way in. Now pivoting inside, getting the shot up, no good. Lit on the basket so far for the Vikes as Smid comes up just short. DK. Gagnon, long ball, no good. Offensive boards though, it's Robert. And the Gators will try another one. That drops. Carl Jacob from downtown. It's an early 5-0 lead for Bishops.
Not known as a proficient three-point shooting team, but the Gators coming to play here tonight with something to prove.
Now it's Ronaldo Robinson driving baseline. Kicks to the corner. Pump fake. Corner three is no good. The rebound off of the Vikes. It'll be Bishop's ball. So Victoria a little bit cold to start here in the first couple of minutes as they have yet to scratch, down 5-0.
Nice open look from Arnott. Showed some good patience on that one, letting his defender fly by. Vikes unable to score thus far.
Now they are getting some good ball movement, and you know, you got to have that confidence, Andrew. You know those shots are going to fall. You got to keep shooting them. As DK again running the offense, driving into the paint, kicks it baseline. Robert back to the basket, kicks it out. Jacob again. He's 2 for 2.
Jacob clearly coming in as the hot hand, averaging right around 7 points a game on the season, already up to 6 here today.
Maye now, he's got the one-on-one matchup right inside. Sam Maye off the glass, no good, but a foul, and Sam will go to the line. That's what you got to do if the shots aren't falling early. Just drive to the basket, make something happen.
And Maye hoping he's okay here, especially if you're the Vikes faithful, taking a knee to the head as he came off of that layup attempt at the rim. Looks like he should be okay, a tough customer.
And Maye is all right. Good sign here for the Vikes very early in this game, just 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Victoria already down 8-0 here early. A hot start shooting the ball for the RSEQ champs. Carl Jacob with a couple of threes. For the Gators is Maye. Hits the first.
Good decision by Maye to drive the rim when you're in an 8-0 hole. A couple jumpers at the rim and a 3 haven't fallen. Get to the free throw line, try to find your rhythm.
Maye short on the second, and we have a whistle. It's going the other way. Foul's on Bogue, so his first. That's the first team foul for the Vikes in this quarter. Now it's DK. A little pressure here from Ronaldo Robinson. DK works it over the timeline. Jacob came up to set his screen, and Robinson rejected that one. Goes inside. Robert double team, dishes it off inside. Layup, no good. Jacob on the follow. That's no good off the back iron. Jacob again working the glass. Gators doing a nice job on the offensive boards. Ronaldo Robinson getting his hands in there. Ball out of bounds. It stays with Bishops.
Good defense there by Robinson. Vikes unable to corral the rebound. The size of Bishops and the activity around the rim paying off with second chance opportunities.
And we got our first substitutions of the game coming in for Victoria. Joffrey James. Zach John also checking in for Bishops. He'll take the ball out here. Rowan Halpenny checking in as well for the Gators. And a steal there. Active hands by James. And now a run out here. A chance for the Vikes. But that was knocked away as well. Good defense at both ends. Pushing back the other way is Halpenny, and he will set it up there for Zach John. With 16 on the clock, 6:52 to go first quarter. Bishops leading 8-1. In the high post, this is Robert. Robert, and he gets a whistle. Foul on Robinson.
Robinson very active with his hands as a defender, getting called for the reach there. Gonna have to be careful. It's his first foul, but they're gonna need him to be on the court as much as possible tonight.
.11 on the shot clock here as the Gators work with a 7-point lead, short on that jump shot. And the Vikes come back the other way. This is Robinson playing with a 1 foul thus far. Top of the key, stopped up, and now it's Bogue. A long 3 straight on. That missed everything. And it'll go back in Bishop's direction.
Not sure about that one. Looked like it might have been tipped, Marcus.
I feel like the Vikes, and that may have been tipped, you're probably right. I feel like the Vikes need to settle down a little bit. I think they're a little bit jacked up. They have had an excellent year. Again, just the one loss. That came in the semifinals of the Canada West against Calgary as, and a swat inside. That was Smid getting all of the drive on Halpenny there as he curled into the paint.
Yeah, Smid levitating, showing the full ability to sky above the rim, just waiting for that one to get thrown up, swatting it aside as we see on the replay here. Great defense, Shaden Smid.
Robinson checks out. Aaron Tesfa-Georgis is now in the ball game as Robert lays it in. So a 10-1 start for Bishops, and now some full court pressure. Robinson sitting, Sam Maia is going to run the offense here. Maia getting into the paint, now sets it up for Tesfa-Georgis. Smid driving against Robert, tough turnaround, fall away, around the rim and no good. Dusted that one off, but it did not go. Vikes still down by 9. John on the push for Bishops. Now inside jump shot, no good. Rebound Smid off his hands, and he'll still stay with the Gators.
Gators reading the scouting report right now, not allowing Victoria to get open looks from the perimeter. They're so proficient from deep, but they're forcing Victoria to try and drive the rim, taking those 10 to 15 footers, not dropping right now.
Sergio Pereira and Ryan Gallagher checking in for Victoria, as Murphy Bernatowski getting everybody in the rotation into this game early. And Robert checking out for Bishops. Jumper no good. Offensive glass though. Put back. Oh, and a good defensive play. Checking right into the ball game was Pereira. Got his hand on that one as he denied Giannis Molanda. Now it's Tesfa-Georgis. Bo getting into the paint. Off the glass and good. That snaps a drought for you, Vic. Still down 7 here in this opening quarter. 5 minutes to go. Spin move inside off the glass. Etienne Gagnon.
A little bit of bully ball there from Gagnon, dropping the shoulder and just taking it right to the rim. Inside out, how do you do?
Joffrey James guarded by Zach John. Now inside off the glass, no good, but a foul, and getting a chance to go to the line now for UVic will be Ryan Gallagher. And that's the key when you come right off the bench halfway through the first quarter, Andrew. You go to the bucket, you got to show your teammates, hey, I'm waiting, I'm ready to go. As we're going to get a substitution here, and we will take a timeout. So the score, 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Gators 12, Vikes 3. You are watching the Final 8 on CBC.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ici-tout.tv.
Stepping to the line for the Vikes for 2 shots as the Vikes try to work their way back into this game. A slow start offensively in the opening quarter. And as we said a couple minutes ago, Murphy Bernatowski not messing around, getting everybody into the game, getting their first taste of this tournament this weekend as Gallagher comes up short on the first.
4 substitutions in the game, like you said, Marcus, already for the Vikes. Trying to find some offensive fluidity as Gallagher splits the pair.
So the deficit is 8. Bishops again with the ball, leading by 8. Now it's John, the straight on 3, and he gets a friendly bounce to put Bishops up 11, and now they pick up the Vikes full court here, kind of a half full court press, if you will. This is Gallagher. Good ball movement here as Tesfa Georgis is fouled. It's going to go against Zach John, his first.
It's going to be the fourth foul of the quarter for Bishops. One away from entering the bonus. Victoria earning half of their points at the free throw line right now. They're going to need to find their ability from the field, but good for them staying aggressive, getting to the rim.
Tesfa Georgis to inbound. Finds Bogue. Bogue faces up, driving into the paint. Will turn around off the glass, too strong. Tipped a couple of times. Ball still loose. Gators come up with it. And here goes John. John, little crossover behind the back pass. Three-point look. It's down. David Navarro. 18-4 Gators. They're getting offense from everybody.
3-3 so far here. Make it 4 in the first quarter for Bishops.
Tesfa Georgis finds Bogue. The Vikes now down 14 here in the opening quarter. Under 4 to go. Gallagher on the drive. Kicks it to the corner. That three-pointer no good. Offensive glass is there. Another three. That's no good. And again, there's just a lid on the basket right now. Ethan Bogue will give it another try. That goes down, and a foul. That's how it usually goes, right, Andrew? You just got to get the bounce.
Pereira in the right place at the right time, and Bogue just let it fly. Victoria trying to shoot their way back into this one. Key 4-point play with this first quarter starting to get out of hand for the Vikes.
And that cuts it to 11, an 11-point advantage for Bishops. Obviously plenty of travel for the Gators to get here. UVic, not so much. But it's been an interesting season for the Vikes because they're without one of their top players in Diego Mafia. Suffered that knee injury back in January. They still went on an impressive run without him as Bogue completes the 4-point play. And right now they're just trying to get back into this game down 10 as the Vikes will pick up a little bit of pressure, and Aldo Robinson back in the ball game.
Despite the distance traveled, lots of purple in the crowd here today, Marcus. Great atmosphere.
Yes, an excellent atmosphere for the first ball game of the day. Robert, another deep three-point attempt, no good off the back iron. Gators crashing the offensive glass, and due to that effort, they will keep the ball here, 14 on the shot clock.
Game plan for the Gators right now, sending 2 players to the glass on every rebound, making it tough for the Vikes to get a hand on the ball.
Navarro to take it out. DK, and now it's Robert. DK back in Robert, little baseline spin move. The pass inside, and the layup is good.
Robert, so crafty in the paint. Known as a scorer, getting his teammate involved with a nice dish.
And that was Gagnon, and we talked a little bit about how the big man for the Gators, certainly a key offensively, and we've seen that so far in this first quarter as they've opened up a 12-point lead. Vikes get the ball inside. Tesfa Georgis looking for it. Maye's got to turn and fire and goes off the back iron. That was a tough shot. DK, the hit-ahead pass for Navarro. Back for DK, and now Robert has a look. 15 on the shot clock. Navarro for DK now. Maye defending. Robert. DK, deep three-pointer. Off the back iron. Rebound Vikes as Smid comes down with it. Robinson on the push. Vikes trailing by 12. Tesfa Georgis. Little stutter step and a foul. We've got a blocking foul on the Gators, and that is CJ Sykes first.
Well, it's going to go against Pereira. Feet weren't set.
Oh, yes, it's going the other way. Oh, yeah, okay, yes, they changed it. Yes, it was blocked initially, and now a charge going the other way. So, once again, the offensive struggles here for the Vikes. And look, we can talk about the struggles all we want offensively, Andrew, but the Bishops Gators defensively have come to play in this first quarter. That's what stood out. We should be focused on that too.
Extremely impressed with the Gators' defensive disposition, leading to 3 turnovers committed by the Vikes, but it's also the late shot clock possessions, forcing Victoria to really try to orchestrate offensively, not working due to the ability of Bishops to keep them from getting to the rim.
The post and a travel as Giannis Malanda gets called for steps. We were told before this game, a player to watch. He's had a couple of moments already in this ball game, but the Vikes get a key turnover here, get the ball back, and try to cut into this lead before the end of the quarter. 90 seconds and change to go in the opening frame. Andrew Savory, Marcus Fitzgerald with you. Nice pass inside. Maye finds Smid.
Maye, the leading playmaker on this team. You're finding out exactly why. He'll guard 1 through 5, and he can dish as well.
That's Gagnon. DK passed up. Corner 3. Malanda no good. Way off. Air ball. Rebound Smid. And now Robinson out on the push. Robinson's got a man with him. Now stops up. Let's go with the lefty 3. And it's down. The deficit's back to 7. And we have got a timeout. Gators after the 5-0 mini run by the Vikes to get right back in this one. You see Ronaldo there on the replay. Had a look, hand up, good defensive effort there by the Gators, but Ronaldo Robinson again, key component offensively with Diego Mafia out. He does have the ability to fill the basket. That's a good sign for the Vikes as well. They can try to get this offense going. It has been a bit of a grind for Murphy Bernatowski's bunch as you see him there working in the timeout. And so much of this, Andrew, is just, it's so simple, I know, but so much of this is just, hey, first game of the tournament, big crowd, good atmosphere. Just settle down a little bit, relax. That's kind of where we're at right now with the Vikes, whereas the Gators, I think, have sort of climbed into this groove early.
Jitters, as you called it, Marcus and I certainly agree. Hard to believe that's the first basket of the game from Ronaldo Robinson, only a second field goal attempt. He averages around 15 a night. There's a reason he's a first-team All-Canadian. He's going to have to take charge. We've seen Bogue taking charge as well. It's going to be the three-headed attack of Maye, Robinson, and Bogue to help lead this comeback. But for Bishops, game plan executed to perfection right now.
It has been clean so far. I think that's the best way you can put it for head coach Matt McLean in his third season as head coach of this group. The champions of their conference, and obviously they've got some unfinished business here at this tournament. As the Vikes pick up full court, and Robinson almost stripped DK, but DK over the timeline. High post entry, good defense by Maye on Robert. We talked about Maye, how he can guard 1 through 5. And the Vikes have really picked up the intensity here, playing a bit of zone. Cross-court pass, DK. Gonna let it go from the mid-range, off the front iron, no good. Long rebound, tapped out. DK on the ball, good job by Obi. And now it's Malanda, out for DK. Finds Malanda in the corner, thought about it, now he's gonna let it go, and it rims out. Maye grabs the board.
2-for-1 opportunity here, gotta get it off quick.
Ronaldo Robinson. 18 on the clock, the shot clock anyway, down to 15 now, 28 on the game clock as the 3 is down. There you go, the shots are starting to fall. Griffin Arnott that time. Three-second differential between the shot and the game clock. DK holding. Bishops up 4. Want to get a good shot here late in the quarter. Mid-range jump shot, good defense. A test for Georges, but they score on the putback. That's a tough one to give up for the Vikes. Maye back the other way. Nice pass, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Gators, and Bishops will get out of the corner up 6. So a little bit of a run there for Victoria to get back in it, but the Bishops Gators have come to play as well. So the score after 1 quarter of play, Bishops Gators 22, UVic, the Vikes 16. Back with more. You are watching the Final 8 U Sports on CBC.
We are athletes.
Do you know what Husky athletes are made of?
Determination.
Hustle. Resilience. We're part of a team and a community.
We work hard for every goal.
And every grade.
Do you know what Husky athletes become?
Pharmacists.
Teachers.
Professionals.
Olympians.
When you invest in student athletes, you invest in the future. When you elevate her, you elevate the game. Watch women win.
Everyone watches Husky women's sports.
See her, be her.
Welcome back. We are at the War Memorial Gym, UBC, on a Thursday. Marcus Fitzgerald, Andrew Savory with you. The first quarter stats are brought to you by Wilson, makers of the official U Sports basketball. And Andrew, we talked a lot about the shooting in the opening quarter for Bishops compared to Victoria, although the Vikes did heat up a little bit. 5 for 14, the Vikes in that first quarter. 9 for 23 from the floor for Bishops, and 4 for 10 from 3, and that's what kind of gave them that early momentum.
Yeah, 2 big strikes from Carl Jacob, but it was also the proficient play in the post from Etienne Gagnon, already up to 8 points and 3 rebounds. But for Bishops, as this game goes on, we'd like to see them get to the free throw line as well. No free throws attempted, but for the Vikes, getting to the stripe helped calm them down a little bit as they made their way back into this one.
It will be Bishops basketball here as we start the second quarter. Right in front of us here, Etienne Gagnon to inbound. Watched by Ethan Bogue and Ronaldo Robinson and Obi Dike. I feel like those two are going to be attached at the hip the further along this game goes.
Yeah, that defensive assignment felt a little bit personal for Ronaldo Robinson. Tenacious. He's got that truculence, as you would say. And right now has to lead his team back into this one. But for Obi Dike, calm and patient as well.
Dike with the ball here, gets it over the timeline, being watched by Robinson. Dike now switching on to Ethan Bogue. Finds Robert against Sam Maye. Physical, the physicality inside, and now DK lets go a 3, and it's good. So Bishops scores on their first trip of the second quarter.
DK onto the scoreboard in a big way.
Vikes trailing by 9. Maye thought about that backdoor pass there. Instead, drove into the paint, kicks it back out for Robinson. Being watched by Malanda now. Malanda got that length defensively. Robinson, nice turnaround jump shot.
Turn up the dial. Degree of difficulty on that one, Marcus. Pretty tough for Robinson.
And the shot selection for the Vikes, and you can credit the Bishops defense. The Vikes have made shots here late in the first quarter and into the second, but as Malanda gets it inside. But I feel, Andrew, like the Bishops are really making the Vikes work offensively here.
Yeah, Bishops not using a lot of clock. They set up, they make intentional passes, and they get to the rim.
Now getting to the rim, Maye lays it in. A fast pace here, early second quarter. It's a 7-point game, the Bishops Gaiters. Purple with a black and white trim, setting up. Now a long three-point attempt, no good, off the back iron. Coming up short there was Navarro. And now it's the Vikes with the ball. This is Griffin Arnott finding Robinson. 15 on the shot clock. Bogue coming up to set the screen. Bogue inside, nice look, finds Maye and lays it in. Oh, I know, he got all the rim, dusted it off, but missed it and got the foul. Got ahead of myself there, but Sam Maye is going to go to the line and shoot 2.
You see the grin on Maye's face. He knows he should have finished that one, but for Maye, getting to the rim twice early in the second quarter, I like the ability for the Vikes working a little bit of diversity into their offense, not settling for threes to start this second frame.
That foul on Charles Robert inside, as you saw on the replay. Maye taking advantage of a nice look, good movement without the basketball. As Sam comes up short on the first. Still a 7-point game here at War Memorial Gym, the UBC campus in Vancouver. A lot of history in this building. Maye hits the second. Once again, the Vikes picking up full court. Robinson watching Zach John. Zach passed on the screen a little bit. Navarro inside, got stripped, and it will go the Vikes' way. And Smith will check back into the ball game for you, Vic, as well.
As you talk about history, Marcus, Bishops coming in as the 5 seed. It's their first return to the Final 8 since 2020. But for the Vikes, they were in the Final 8 last year. They played that host team, Laval, the 8th seed, ended up being upset. Referees are going to reset the clock here. But for the Vikes, a chance at redemption with a big graduating class. No more Diego Mafia next year. First-year head coach Murphy Bernatowski. This could be the time.
And we talk about the year that it's been for Murphy, his first year at the helm. A very steady hand. That's what impressed me most about Murphy, just seeing how he deals things and handles these situations. Down 6 in the second quarter. Let's try to claw their way back into this game, and drawing a foul, but going to the line to shoot 2 will be Joffrey James. And again, chipping away, but you know, that Bishops defense, very aggressive man-to-man in this ball game so far, Andrew.
Yeah, Vikes clearly seeing an ability to get into the paint. They're the only team that's attempted a free throw so far tonight, and they're doing so again in the second quarter. Jeffrey James, the journeyman, former Alberta Golden Bear, get into the line.
And Joffrey rolls that one down. So it is now a 5-point ball game. And again, Bishop's got off to a hot start in case you're joining us late. Shooting the ball well and defending, playing well at both ends. The Vikes have had to really work to get back into this game, and that's credit to the Gators here. As now the Gators will go to the line. Driving hard to the bucket was Gagnon.
Gagnon coming up the court with a full head of steam. As soon as he caught the rock, clear the way. You know he was going to the basket. He said, enough's enough. We got to get back on the board.
Fouls on Bogue. That is his second, so he'll take a seat here with 7:53 to go. Gagnon will shoot 2 and try to extend the lead to 6. Pushes it to 5 as he makes that one. And Gagnon buries the second, so it's a 6-point advantage for Bishops as Sam Maillet being watched by Jacob. Maillet into the paint, uses the body, spins and lays it in. Easy bucket that time for Sam Maillet.
Try to keep track of him on that one. Sam Maillet with a 360 in the lane.
Maillet's up to 6 points on the afternoon. Almost afternoon here in Vancouver as DK lets go the 3. That's short. Now it's Robinson on the push. 3-point attempts. Testa Georges comes up long and back the other way is DK for Bishops. Setting it up for Gagnon. Jacob, DK against Smead. Smead's got the hand up. DK's going to let it go. No good. Rebound tapped out. Jacob. And now Navarro. 10 on the shot clock. Malanda. Spin move. Got to get the ball up. Goes off the glass and lays it in.
Malanda felt the mismatch. Had a great defender in Testa Georges on him. Better offense.
So the lead is 6 for the Gators. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. Smid will launch a 3. That's good. Three-point ball game now, tightening up a little bit. Gagnon for Bishops, finds Navarro. Into the paint, lost the hand a little bit, but Jacob was there. He turns it over. And now it's Robinson, one-on-one back the other way against DK. Ronaldo, off the rim, no good. Rebound Jacob, back and forth here. Incredible pace, Navarro in the corner, Malanda. Stops under the basket, up top for DK. A little pump fake, into the lane, little teardrop floater off the glass and good.
DK, good decision, had his defender run him off the line, gets into the paint, scores off glass.
Robinson with speed into the front court. Said we'll set it up there for James. James gets the screen from Smid. James off the glass, count it, and the foul.
Jeffrey James with a hesitation dribble. Gagnon can't believe it. He said, I went straight up, but Jeffrey James playing physical above his size.
That cuts it back down to 3. Fouls on Gagnon, and that's 2 on Gagnon here. And Gagnon's going to take a seat, Navarro as well as Malanda. So almost wholesale changes here for the Gators. 3 new players come in. So we get CJ Sky back in the ball game. And James able to complete the 3-point play. It's a 2-point ball game now, 5:40 to go in the second quarter.
Closest it's been pretty much since tip-off, Marcus. The Vikes on the comeback trail.
A lot of intensity, physicality inside as Robert goes to the bucket. Comes up short. Jacob the offensive rebound. Gators doing a good job on the offensive glass this afternoon. Robert drew the double, nearly threw it away. DK frees it up. Ball was stripped there as Sky tried to drive into the paint. And now James back the other way for the Vikes. James having a look. Testa Georges pump fake. Robinson tried to go baseline. A stutter step into the paint, off the glass and good.
What a move. Ronaldo Robinson through the legs to the rim.
And this ball game is tied after UVic got off to that slow start. CJ Sky, a little pump fake, drops it off to Robert. Return pass for Sky. Thought about the three, but Tesfa George is closing defensively. Robert in the post against Robinson. Maybe a bit of a mismatch here. Ball tipped and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Gators.
It's been a quiet night for reigning RSEQ Player of the Year, Charles Robert, 1 for 3 from the field. He's got 5 assists. He's been the main distributor, Marcus, but only 2 points.
We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Final 8 presented by Indochino on U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Oh, smoke, Messi! C'est pas aussi mauvais que la cigarette, ça?
C'est juste une vapoteuse.
Fais-toi pas d'illusions.
Vapoter, c'est jouer avec sa santé. Brise l'illusion.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Second quarter action back at the War Memorial Gym at the UBC campus in Vancouver. Andrew Savory, Marcus Fitzgerald with you. The Final 8, first game of the day on the men's side of the draw. The UVic Vikes and the Bishops Gaiters now tied at 33 here with 4.5 to go in the second quarter. We kind of knew the Vikes were going to get back into this game eventually because you don't just have one loss. This is a good team. You knew they were going to get back into it, and now we have, I feel like, Andrew, both teams are really settled in to this matchup, and they've kind of settled into the atmosphere here at the War Memorial Gym.
Not many games are decided in the first quarter, but they will be in the fourth. Bishops won that first quarter 22-16. Robert has to get it up.
And he does, but he comes up short. Offensive glass, though. Put back, no good, but a foul as Sky goes up. So CJ Sky will go to the line. CJ Sky to the line for the first time this afternoon. Foul on Pereira.
The storyline that's emerging as Sky's at the free throw line, courtesy of that offensive rebound as he misses the first free throw. But Marcus, right now, Bishop's attempting 11 more field goals than the Vikes. They're +9 in total rebounds and +8 in offensive boards.
And yet, despite that, it is still a tie game at 33. Funny game sometimes, Andrew, as Sky splits the two here. So now it's a 1-point lead and a hard screen set right in front of us as Sky went down. He hustles to get back into the play. Sam Maye, 15 in the shot clock. James Robinson, guarded there by Robert. Trying to find the mismatch inside. Robinson, a little step back three, and it's good.
The southpaw strike from deep. Ronaldo Robinson liking that right-hand side.
Doesn't take him much to find that space, and now we have a collision and a foul on the floor, I believe.
I think it might just be
just a wet spot.
Yeah, little cleanup job.
Yeah. Just a wet spot that time, although again, a couple of hard screens set in the last minute and change here. Physicality, everything on the line, of course, at this tournament. And these two teams have given us a good show so far. The Vikes working with a 2-point edge, 36-34, 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. Giannis Belanda will take the ball out. The Vikes are going to pick up a little bit full court. Bit of a delay here. Not sure what the issue is, but now we're set to resume. As Halpenny drops it off for DK, and DK picked up there by Robinson. Robinson with that body on him. DK lost the handle. He's got to get rid of it. Robert, drive to the basket. Well, jump hook was good. Robert, nice touch inside.
Thing of beauty. Take a picture, hang that one up. Robert, great little right-handed hook.
Sam Maye in a tie game. 36, 3 minutes and 38 seconds to go now. This is Tesfa-Georgis. Thought about it for a minute, now finds Maye. Maye spin move into the paint, goes down. Back and forth now, late in this first half. Halpany will hand off to Sky. Sky thought about it, picks up his dribble, finds DK. DK looking for Robert, and he's really getting tangled up there with Pereira. And we've got a whistle.
Pereira looking like he was initiating contact on that one as Robert was calling for it. Both teams at 3 fouls with just over 3 minutes left in the second frame.
Pereira's going to take a seat now as he picks up his second. .14 on the clock as the Bishops inbound. Sky right to the bucket, swatted out of bounds, almost out of bounds by Smith. Great defensive play by the Vikes. Maye will stutter step a little bit, long hit ahead pass for Smith, drops it off and knocked out of bounds. And again, the intensity defensively on both ends of the floor.
Back and forth they go, full 94 feet a game. Bishops, Victoria, we got a thrill on our hands right now, Marcus.
Etienne Gagnon checking back in, Andrew. He was effective in that first quarter. It'll be Vikes ball here, 17 in the shot clock, under 3 to go, second quarter. Maye will set up. And off to Robinson. Robinson let the 3 go, and it was swatted by Robert, but Ronaldo gets the ball right back. Spin move inside, off the glass, too strong. Malanda comes up with a rebound. DK pushing for Bishops, finds Robert with some space. Robert, a little Euro step floater, no good. And what's the call there? Charge? Yes, indeed. Offensive foul.
Tesfa-Georgis stepping into that one. Last year's Canada West Defensive Player of the Year. This year it's his teammate Sam Maye, but Tesfa-Georgis knows how to get his feet set.
Maye with about 2.5 to go now. A 2-point lead for UVic. Again, started slowly in this game, but have clawed their way back. Now working with a lead, near turnover there. Maye didn't see the pass from Smith, but Sam getting right to the bucket. Reverse layup, good. Right back with speed. It's Gagnon to the bucket, no good. Tesfa-Georgis will settle it down a little bit. 4-point edge for the Vikes. 2 minutes to go in the half. Tesfa-Georgis. Smith gets the return, feed in the give and go.
I got you, you got me. A little give and go action on the perimeter. Tesfa-Georgis with a key layup. Largest lead of the game for Victoria.
Timeout on the floor as the Vikes open up that 6-point edge, 42-36. And you see on the replay, beautiful give and go and a nice look from Smith. And good movement without the ball from Tesfa-Georgis. That's what you teach. Yes, you can move the ball, you can swing it, but you got to move without it sometimes too. And that's what we got there from UVic as the Vikes now with that 6-point edge late in the half. And you see Murphy Bernatowski working there, Andrew. Look, you're up 6, you got off to a rough start. It's easy for me to say if I'm the head coach, I'm saying, hey, fellas, just finish strong, okay? Like, we've come all the way back from this. We've got the momentum right now. It almost feels like they've got the Gators on their heels. The Vikes are playing the way that they want to play.
It's true, and if you're head coach Matt McLean in his 3rd season, it's your first trip to the Final 8 as a head coach. Your team came out firing in that first quarter, looking to restore what was working for you. Your 3-point percentage has dropped a little bit after that proficient start. Your field goal percentage right around 40. Need to get to the free throw line a little bit more to keep pace with the Vikes and also try to prevent the Vikes from getting to the rim. Sam Maye doing a great job of doing that.
And Victoria, Andrew, heating up a little bit now. 15 for 28 from the floor, 54%. I round up. I like to do the math and round up. We're going to go 54% because it looks a little cleaner. But the Vikes shooting the ball well now after what was a tough start in that first quarter. And now Victoria picking up some full court pressure. Malanda being watched closely by Tesfa-Georgis. Malanda able to take Tesfa-Georgis off the dribble all the way to the rim, no good. Schmid got a piece of it there. Maye back the other way on the push. Maye with speed into the lane, good, but offensive foul on Sam.
Yeah, you could see that outstretched arm, the forearm. Sam Maillet clearing the way. I like the decision to try and create the fast break. A little bit too much forceful on offense.
That is just the first foul on Maillet. But Sam will check out here. And Griffin Arnott comes back in for the Vikes. OBDK will settle things down. Just over 90 seconds left in the half here. Bishops wants to get a couple of good shots before the end of this quarter. As Malanda dribbling baseline, picked up his dribble, finds Robert. He's in a tough spot against Smith along that baseline. 7 on the shot clock. Malanda driving baseline again. They're stuck down there a little bit. Nice pass inside and a layup by Gagnon.
Robert racking up the assists right now. Give him 6 on the game.
James quickly back the other way, swings it. Arnott with a pump fake into the corner. Now the dribble drive by Gallagher. Georges. James, 9 on the clock. Into the paint, little pump fake, teardrop, and it drops.
Stopping on a dame, Jeffrey James. Surprised he held his pivot foot. Great stability.
Looked a little like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander there, didn't he? OBDK a long 3, no good. Off the back iron, rebound tapped up, and the Vikes control. 45 seconds to go in the half. A 6-point lead now for Victoria, 44-38. This is James a 3. Count it!
Jeffrey James feeling the hot hand. One of 2 southpaws on this squad. Shooting threes the same way Ronaldo Robinson has.
Gagnon trying to answer back. He cannot. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it'll go back to Victoria.
Nine-point lead for Victoria. 2-second differential on the game clock, shot clock. Chance to get it up to double digits as we enter halftime.
Substitution here for Bishops as Ulrich LaRochelle checks in for the first time. Final 25 seconds. Arnott nearly lost the ball, goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Vikes. 14 on the shot clock, 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock. James has a look. Vikes up 9. Can they push it to 11 or 12? James, watched by Malanda. Tough pass inside for Smid, and he's fouled. CJ Sky picks up his first, and Smid will go to the line with a chance to push it to 11 right before the half.
Smid hasn't attempted a free throw tonight. First trip to the line, he's got 5 points, 2 boards, 2 for 4 from the field. Makes that first.
So now a 10-point lead for Victoria. 5 seconds to go in the half. 5-2-1 for Smid, who's done a little bit of everything here. Misses the second one. Can they get a late one? Joffrey James lost the handle. Ball is loose. Malanda comes up with it, and the half will come to a close. So after the first 20 minutes, the Victoria Vikings working with a 10-point lead, 48-38 over the Bishops Gaiters. First half of this first game here at the Final 8 presented by Indochino. Last fall, U Sports and PepsiCo Foods Canada announced an innovative partnership marking a significant step towards supporting the career development of student athletes and positively impacting the future of Canadian university sport. Proud to bring you the following PepsiCo Foods Canada U Sports Champions Spotlight. Today we're bringing the story of Gabrielle Santerre, last season's U Sports Women's Hockey Rookie and Player of the Year and one of the top 8 academic All-Canadians.
Nations League for 3-on-3. That was a surreal experience. I felt so proud, you know, just wearing the red and white. There's this narrative that, oh, Canadian universities aren't that good in terms of sports, you know, and, you know, just like the uprising of Canada basketball and how like great it's become and how big it's becoming with like the WNBA now coming to Toronto. You know, people are recognizing Canadian basketball players in the NBA now more and in the Olympics. Like, it's just great to be a part of that conversation and contribute to the growth of Canada basketball.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
This is a call to empower, to unite, and to celebrate the bold in all their glory. It's time to own the ice. Are you ready?
We are athletes. Do you know what Husky athletes are made of? Determination. Hustle. Resilience.
We're part of a team and a community.
We work hard for every goal.
And every grade.
Do you know what Husky athletes become? Pharmacists. Teachers. Professionals. Olympians.
When you invest in student athletes, you invest in the future.
When you elevate her, you elevate the game.
Watch women win.
Everyone watches Husky women's sports. See her,
be her.
This is more than just a game. This is about who rules the court. The U Sports Basketball Championships, March 13th to 16th on CBC Gem.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent. Des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur ici-tout.tv.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, Wilson, APAR, and by Indochino.
Welcome back to the Indochino U Sports Basketball Final Eight presented by Victory Creative Group. Marcus Fitzgerald, Andrew Savory getting set for the second half of action. The Victoria Vikes working with a 10-point lead going to the third quarter. And just looking at rosters for both sides, Andrew, nobody in real foul trouble yet either. Obviously that's going to change as we carry on deep into this second half, but if the first half told us anything, I think the second half's really going to be something between these two teams.
Yeah, you saw in that first quarter, the Gators got out to a near 15-point lead, and the Vikes clawed their way back into this one, now up 10, but 3 scores in double figures for the Vikes.
As Smith spins towards the paint and drops it in off the glass, so an early bucket for the Vikes to go up 12 in this third quarter. Robert, top of the mountain here against Smith. Spin move and draws a foul. That one on Shaden Smith, that's his first.
Like we mentioned earlier, Robert, reigning RSEQ Player of the Year. Entering halftime, only 4 points to his name. If you're head coach Matt McLean, you can imagine what that locker room looked like. You need to lean on your star players. And right now, Charles Robert starting this second half, hitting that first free throw, leading by example.
Indeed, Robert, you think, all right, got to settle it down. We need a bucket. We know who we're going to on that first possession. As Robert lines up the second one, an 11-point game here. And he makes both, so it's back to 10. Sam Maye out there with Bogue and Smid. Griffin Arnott as well. A backdoor pass now, Smid up top into the paint. Robert challenging. And the Gators come up with it. This is Gagnon, Robert, DK. As they swing, Robert drills a 3, so Robert 5 quick points to begin the second half.
Robert, a proficient 3-point shooter in his own right around 35%, getting that one to go.
Robinson's pass was stolen. Maybe a bit of a run here for the Gators. A quick mini run to begin this second half. Malanda backing in Maye in the paint. Now it's Robert again against Smid. He's got the matchup off the glass, too strong. Robinson with a rebound. Robinson. Stutter step back for Smid, launches a 3, comes up short. Maye on the offensive glass. Clock resets and a foul on DK up top. It'll be DK's second. Zach John checking into the game for Bishops. We've got a 7-point edge for the Victoria Vikes.
That pass intended for Bogue. Gagnon, a little bit physical on that one. Bogue couldn't get the handle.
Yeah, they've definitely picked up the physicality here to start this second half. It's pretty easy to see what Matt McLean harped on in the room at that halftime there. Let's get a couple of buckets and pick up the physicality defensively. You can see it on the perimeter as well, as Robinson makes a tough shot on the baseline. You can't defend that.
Robinson almost seems to elevate his play the harder the game gets. Leading scorer of this game so far, tied with Etienne Gagnon, 12 points apiece.
Robert comes up to set the screen for John. Robert in the paint, will pump fake off the glass, and 2 more for Charles Robert. Seven-point game, third quarter, under 8 to go. Robinson, and we've got a foul going the other way. That's a moving screen on Bogue. Ethan doesn't like it. I think he might have a little bit of a case there.
Bogue going to be his third.
That's a big foul.
Tesfa Georgia's coming in to sub him out. Bogue, great 3-point shooter, but he also brings size as well. Standing 6'9", opening things up potentially in the paint for the Gators. Right now, 7 points scored in this quarter, 7-4 lead for the Gators, all courtesy of Charles Robert.
A little Robert mini run, and we'll see if they go right back to him here. I think they will. I'd say he's going to touch the ball on this possession, Andrew. John being pressured there by Robinson, and there he is. Robert with the drive. Smead cuts him off. And a 3-point attempt off the rim. Robinson comes up with a rebound. The Vikes push. They might have some numbers here. Robinson, one-on-one, little drop step, and knocks it home. Ronaldo Robinson.
And that's what you have to do. Rare fast break opportunity. This game's been so tight. The defense has been so strong. Robinson pushing the tempo.
Gagnon now up top. Setting it up for Malanda. Inside, Robert, spin move off the glass. No good, too strong. The tip, no good. And the Gators once again on the offensive glass. Loose ball, and John comes up with it. Clock at 8. Now to 5. Gators need a shot. John against Maillet. Baseline. That's a 3. No good. And Sam Maillet settles it down with the Vikes leading by 9. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Andrew Savory, Marcus Fitzgerald from War Memorial Gym at UBC. First game of this final 8, presented by Indochino and Victory Creative Group. As you see Robinson inside, will turnaround shot too strong. Malanda skying for the rebound. Robert off the glass and good. There he is again.
Early clock post possession for Robert. Got exactly where he wanted to, deep in the paint. Quick move over the arm.
And a good seal inside as well as Sam Maillet, watched by Malanda. Tesfa Georges. For Smid, spin move, lost the handle, out of bounds. It will be Gators ball.
Defense tightening up for Bishops. They've won this quarter 9-6. Their offense running through Robert.
Gagnon takes a seat here for the Gators. Navarro checking back in. And we get another look at Sergio Pereira for the Vikes. Ryan Gallagher into the ball game as well for UVic. 6 minutes to go in the third. A 7-point game. University of Victoria working with a lead. Robert up high behind the back pass. Navarro will launch a 3. It comes up short. Robinson into the front court. Pereira sets the screen, rolls to the basket. Robinson lost the ball, and it'll be Gator basketball.
Consecutive turnovers committed by Victoria. Make that 9 for the game. And right now, you hear a murmur from the Bishops faithful in the crowd. They're getting back into it. Also great to see her coming up in this gym afterwards, Marcus. Stolen.
A great steal, and Tesfa Georges gets fouled there. We talked about the defensive intensity on the Gator side. You pick up a team full court like that, that's a big play that Ronaldo Robinson just made.
Yeah, Robinson, after the turnover committed, rectifying the mistake, getting that one right back. But like we were saying, coming up after this one, it's the Carleton Ravens versus the Bishops Gators women's squad. So big Quebec contingent making the flight out here, earning their spot at Final 8 Nationals.
Worth the trip, I would say, as Tesfa Georges rolls and misses the first one. So the lead stays at 7 for Victoria. Foul, by the way, was on Zach John. That is his second. Tesfa Georges lining up the second one with a chance to put the Vikes up 8. And he hits the front iron on that one. John skying for the board. Navarro, Malanda, Navarro. Gagnon against Pereira. Off the glass, no good. Ball tapped up, tapped back out. Navarro controls for the Gators. Now it's John right inside. Will dump off pass. Malanda lays it in.
John just went straight to the hoop, forcing Pereira to rotate over. Dump pass, finding the open man.
Lead down to 5 as Bishops continues to chip away, just like the Vikes did early in the first half. After Bishops got off to that fast start. James off the dribble and knocks down the baseline jumper.
Mismatch James putting Gagnon on skates. That one off the leg of Robinson. Ronaldo wants to talk about it. Officials feel otherwise.
He had a case there for a moment, I think. We'll take a quick timeout. 4:52 to go in the third quarter. 56-49. The Vikes lead it. You are watching the Indochino U Sports Basketball Final 8 on CBC.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Early mornings, late nights, every rep, every sacrifice leading to this. Fueled by BioSteel, the best get the chance to make their mark. One weekend, one shot at glory.
Back here at War Memorial Gym in Vancouver, UBC campus. Final 8, first quarter final game of the day. The Victoria Vikes facing the Bishops Gaiters. The Vikes working with a 56-49 lead with 4:52 going this third quarter. A fast-paced third quarter. As John with the handle up top looking for Robert. They are running everything through him right now. Spinning on Pereira into the paint, drops it in easily.
Robert with a little bit of that traditional old man's game. He's going to drop the shoulder, create some space, taking Pereira to school on that one.
All that's missing was the big scary knee brace, right, Andrew? That's all he was missing. Sam Maillet dropping this one off for James. Free throw line, some ball movement here. Tesfa-Georgis under some defensive duress from Robert. 5 on the shot clock, they got to get one up. Maillet will let it go. Deep one, it drops.
Maillet, a selective three-point shooter. That's his only bomb from long range tonight, converting on that try.
So an 8-point lead for the Vikes. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Smid getting set to check back in for UVic. Robert on the entry here. Long three-pointer from Navarro, and he lights it up.
Navarro, lacing the twine.
Into the paint, turned it over, loose ball. Tesfa-Georgis came up with it. Nice job to save that one. Sam Maillet, 10 on the shot clock. He's got Tesfa-Georgis up top, Sam. As Pereira came flashing through the post, and Maillet misses the jump shot. Pereira on the offensive glass. Nice job to tap it free to himself. He's got 2 players on, trying to get rid of it here. He does, but it's stolen. And away go Bishops. This is John. Right to the basket, off the glass, and good.
John with words after the basket. Timeout called by head coach Murphy Bernatowski. Only a 3-point lead. Here come the Gators, Marcus.
Now we got a ball game, baby. 3-point edge here, 59-56. UVic out in front. And again, some pressure there as you see on the replay, Andrew. That's a good job they did on Pereira. And also getting out on the run, getting out on the break. We've seen some of that in this ball game. One thing I've noticed, Andrew, and sometimes you see this with the, I guess, new style of basketball. It's a lot of threes, a lot of pace and space, but there have been plenty of instances here today where guys are getting inside. They're getting to the bucket. They're going off the glass. They're making things a little easier than they have to be. Seeing some old school hoops, if you will, today.
You gotta love it. The athleticism of the Gators starting to come out as they're pushing the tempo. They're playing at different speeds. Robert's gonna slow things down, try to get to the rim, but they are trapping Pereira, leading to that turnover committed by the Vikes. And it's been a couple turnovers committed by the Vikes in this quarter, Marcus, up to 10 for the game.
And they really are, as you mentioned there, they're running this through Robert. And look, if the Gators are gonna come back and ultimately win this game, and they may just, it's obviously going to stay with big number 10, who we highlighted before this game. Robert has been impressive as we get set to resume here with 3:13 to go in the quarter. As you see John there on the replay, putting one off the glass to force the timeout as these two teams get back out on the floor. Robert remains out there. Navarro, Malanda, John, and Gagnon. Sam Maillet with Tesfa-Georgis. James with the ball now. Arnott and Smid out there for the Vikes. Maillet gets by his man. Top of the free throw line. Oh, he nearly lost the ball. Gets back out for James. Little shoulder fake into the paint. Whistle. Foul on the floor. No shot.
James feeling some contact Looks like that one's going to be called against John. His third. Fourth.
Oh, it's his fourth. Well, that's a big one.
Recently scoring that previous possession with the high off the glass layup. John, known for his defense, one of the better playmakers on this team. Gonna have to sit for a little bit. We won't see him until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he is going to take a seat. They've got two still up on the board for fouls. We'll get a clarification with that one. I was thinking it was his third foul as well. I was with you on that one, partner. It might just be 3. We'll get an update, though. Sam Maillet dropping it off. Tesfa Georges tried the lob pass, and Smith wasn't looking for it. Just off the glass. Ball is loose. Now corner 3. Arnott opportunity. Misses that one off the top of the backboard, and that's enough to halt play and send the ball the other way, the Gators' direction.
Good rotational defense from the Gators. They're really doing a good job of preventing that straight line drive. The Vikes waged that second quarter lead with some drive and kick action. Not working here in the third.
And the Vikes picking up full court here. At least showing that full court pressure, but it's DK against James. Handoff Navarro, 13 on the clock, stolen by Smith, and he's got himself a dunk, throws it down.
Hang time, how do you do? Shaden Smith up high in the rafters.
Gagnon. Pass inside, looking for Robert. Bishops loses it. Vikes with the ball and a 5-point lead, 2 minutes to go.
Can that dunk turn the tide in favor of the Vikes? It's been all Bishops in this third.
Smith was flashing their low post. Instead, it's James inside, no good. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay at this end as we get substitutions. Ronaldo Robinson coming back into the game. Carl Jacob checking back in for Bishops. 14 on the shot clock. Dribbling his way out of trouble, James, little elbow jump shot, no good. Skying for the rebound, and a collision. We're going the other way. Foul on Maillet. Third-team foul of the quarter for the Vikes. And John does have 4 fouls there. But see, we got it there, Andrew. We knew we were going to get it.
We're doing our best.
Yeah, we're doing our best. 4 fouls on John as he takes his seat. You've got DK up high now, running the offense. They go inside to Gagnon, turns and fires. No good. James with the rebound. Collision there as Robinson went down. Now Ronaldo back up. 15 on the shot clock. 90 seconds and change to go in this third quarter. Smith hands it off. Tesfa Georges. Sam Maillet. Into the paint, off the glass, no good, but he draws the foul and he'll go to the line.
You can see Maillet saw the opportunity, a little bit of daylight on his path to the rim. Foul charge against DK. It's going to be his third. The guards right now for Bishops starting to get close to foul trouble. DK with 3, John with 4.
Yeah, 126 here, third quarter, fourth quarter after this. It could be a scenario where Matt McLean just looks at the guys and say, hey, can I trust you? Can you stay on the floor right now? As Maillet misses the first.
Maillet 2 for 5 from the free throw line. It's been a spirited game for him. 13 points, 5 boards. He's got to hit this second.
And he does. Pressure here from Robinson on Malanda. 6-point Vikes lead. And we have a whistle. And a foul. That foul is on Smith. That's his second. So the Gators will take the ball out of bounds here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Sky has a look. Robert in the curl. Instead, it's Malanda. Malanda against Robinson. Kicks it out. Sky. 8 on the shot clock. Sky going to let it rip. And he comes up way short. And there's a collision down underneath the basket as Robinson hits the floor.
Malanda looks like he's going to pick up that one.
That foul on Malanda. And that's the 5th of the quarter. So Ronaldo Robinson is going to shoot 2 here and a chance to put the Vikes up by 8 with 1:07 to go in a third quarter that's gone by in an absolute blink, Andrew. My goodness.
It's been a bullet whizzing by, and right now getting some free throw opportunities. Earned off an offensive foul in bonus situation as Robinson misses the first.
Back iron on that first one there. And with 1:07 to go, again, get a stop, get a good shot. If you're Murphy Bernatowski right now, but we'll see if Ronaldo, can hit this one. Looks like a Romeo as he jars that second one. Here come Bishops, down 7 now. Malanda lost the ball. Smid back the other way. Georges finds Robinson. Robinson, crossover dribble. A little low there, lost the handle for a moment. Back for James, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for a good shot here. James into the paint. Tough defense by Robert. Georges will have to fire, and he hits!
Aaron Georges, the local, the Victoria kid, hidden from deep.
That puts the Vikes up 10 and a turnover. It's going to be Vikes ball with 34 seconds to go.
The tides be a changing, Marcus. We got the Vikes tying this one up in third quarter, scoring 18-18 apiece.
And good pressure there by Georges to knock it loose. Or pardon me, that was James making that play. So 34 seconds. Vikes take the ball in the backcourt. Georges with time, but a 11-second differential between the game and shot clock here.
Gonna hold for one.
Georges, this little pocket pass. Smith lays it in. Shot clock turned off. Final chance, final shot here for Bishops, looking for a good one. Malanda gets the screen from Robert. Bernatowski wanted a call there. Malanda, the top turnaround fall away, no good. Robinson, the rebound in the third quarter, comes to a close. So the score after the third quarter of play: Victoria Vikes 68, the Bishops Gaiters 56. Marcus Fitzgerald, Andrew Savory, back in just a moment. You are watching U Sports on CBC.
This is a call to empower, to unite, and to celebrate the bold in all their glory. It's time to own the ice. Are you ready?
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Back iron, so they missed that one out of bounds. It'll be Gator ball.
Not the shot you potentially want to start the frame. Jeffrey James thought he could hit from deep, hitting back rim.
John now being watched. John right off the dribble, drops it off. Malanda lays it in. Good penetration inside from John.
Gators punching first in this one for head coach Matt McLean. You like the disposition of your team, not quitting.
Georges finds Smid. Get some ball movement here from the Vikes. James in the curl. Maye, 7 on the clock. Sam into the paint. Will turn around jump shot off the glass. Too strong. Malanda the rebound. 8-point game here. 8:41 to go. Fourth quarter. Marcus Fitzgerald, Andrew Savory with you from the War Memorial Gym, the University of British Columbia. The men's Final 8. Robert spinning into the paint. Finds Malanda. Malanda backs away. Giannis going to fire that three and drill it. It's a 5-point game.
It's a 5-point game, and that's 5 points in the fourth quarter for Giannis Malanda, the freshman, the Parisian by way of Vanier College, making an impact in the final frame.
We were told to watch for him when we got here today, and he's got 5 quick ones now. Maye. Now it's James. against Robert, turns, tough shot, no good. Gagnon on the rebound, finds John. James trying to disrupt that path, but John still with it. John into the paint, lets it go, no good. Tapped out Malanda, Robert puts it down. It's a three-point game.
9 straight points to open this quarter. No timeout called by head coach Murphy Bernatowski. He wants his squad to find their way.
Ethan Bogue's going to check back into this game. Maie inside scores. That's a big bucket for the Vikes to stop the run.
A tough catch, a bounce pass in the lane. Great hands, James to Maie.
John waiting for the screen from Robert, gets it. Robert pops this time and now sets up on the high block against James. 2 men on and a steal. Robinson comes up with it, fights for the ball, up by 5. 7:15 to go in the fourth. That's for Georges handing off to Sam Maie. Maie, Robinson. Stutter step, this for Georges. Pump fake. Robinson, tough goal, lets it go, and he drills it. A step back 3, and that's an 8-point lead for the Vikes.
The sniper, Ronaldo Robinson, up to 18 points with 3 threes on the game.
John had to pick up his dribble there. He was in trouble. It's out to Carl Jacob, the outlet. Now they go to Robert again. Robert against James, 7 on the clock. Robert has to pick up the dribble. Good defense by the Vikes. Long three-pointer, no good as Jacob misses. And Ronaldo Robinson with a rebound. Vikes up 8, can push it to 10. 6:25 to go, fourth quarter. Ethan Bogue still waiting to check in. He's been at the scores table for a while. Navarro getting ready to come back in for Bishops. Robinson, 8 on the clock. Probing dribble into the paint, now backs out. Another tough shot. Is he going to knock this down? No, it goes off the back iron, but a long rebound. Tesfa Georges hands off to James. Vikes really using some clock here. James into the paint, tough pass. Robinson lets it go, and we've got ourselves a wedgie at the final 8, Andrew. First wedgie of the tournament.
Get the counter out, we'll keep track of those.
End of the clock, you can tell Ronaldo didn't have the same lift on that one. Bishop's doing a good job contesting these jump shots as well. Not a lot of open looks really on either side in this ball game. The defense has been there for both teams.
Talking to some of the analysts pregame, Bishops had a 14-2 record in the regular season of RSEQ, winning those 2 games in the playoffs, defeating Concordia in the final. But those 2 losses, this team, Bishops, sometimes peters out in that fourth quarter, but here, not so. Conditioning, waging the comeback trail. The Gators look like they have a lot more left in the tank.
Sam Maie with 16 points in the game. Robinson leading the Vikes in scoring with 18 as Tesfa Georges comes up short. Robert leading all scorers with 19 points. He's still out there fighting with Sam Maie for position in the post, and they're still trying to go to him, but the ball knocked out of bounds, and that will stay at this end of the floor.
You just get the sense it's going to be a war, fighting for every possession, every basket down the stretch, Marcus. This game's going to slow down a little bit. Deep clock possessions. This is where champions are made.
15 seconds on the clock as the Gators inbound. The shot clock, that is, down to 12 now. It's John getting the screen from Gagnon. Crossover dribble, tried to go inside. It's stolen. Good defense by the Vikes. And Robinson will settle in and find Sam Maie. Sam with it. Tesfa Georges, Bogue, the handoff. Robinson swarmed there defensively. Bogue will let go of 3. Oh, and just missed it. It was halfway down and popped out, but the Vikes come up with the offensive rebound. Tesfa Georges now. He'll try a 3. That's good. Tesfa Georges from downtown as the lead expands for Victoria here in this fourth quarter.
Tesfa Georges has been working on that long ball throughout his 5-year U Sports career, hitting his 2nd of the night. Vikes restoring the lead.
Tesfa Georges up to 8 points on the ball game here.
Le sport en direct sur ICITO.TV. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ICITO.TV.
They started hot, but I feel like that may have been their high water mark offensively, at least as far as the shooting is concerned, as we get a look at this crowd. A good crowd for the first game of the day, too. An 11 a.m. local time start. Got a lot of kids here, a lot of school kids in attendance. You can hear them all right behind us all game long. Great to have the young kids out and to see high-level Canadian university basketball and U Sports athletes competing at the very highest level. As we resume here, 5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Malanda, again, guess what? Robert back for Malanda. He'll fire a three, and that's way off. Gagnon on the rebound had it knocked out, and it'll be Vikes basketball.
Tesfa Georges and Gagnon fighting for that one off the shin of Gagnon. Vikes regaining a possession here. Less than 5 minutes left to go.
Robinson on the inbound. Little pressure there from Malanda. But Reynaldo comfortably able to bring it over the timeline, and now it's Tesfa Georges. Lines Maye. Bogue back into the ball game, driving into the paint, off the glass, no good. Ball tapped out, John with the ball for Bishops. Bishops trailing by 11, 4.5 to go. Some scores and some stops. That's what Bishops is looking for right now. And maybe a couple of hits from deep as well to get them back into this ball game. We've got a whistle on the floor as Robert was tied up with Ethan Bogue. Is this going to be on Bogue? That would be his fourth.
Looks like it is. Getting arms interlocked with Robert. And now 2 fouls away from a bonus situation for Bishops. A little bit more aggression, and they can get some free throw opportunities at the line.
14 in the shot clock as Bishops takes the ball out of bounds, finding Robert. Trying to spin on Sam Maye. Kicks it back out. Jacob, Reynaldo. Robinson came down, nearly stole it. John a three, no good. Gagnon on the glass, and the putback is down as Carl Jacob crashing those offensive boards. Vikes quickly back the other way. This is Robinson in a 9-point game, 3:55 to go. The opener here on the men's side of the draw at the final 8. James thought about it for a second there. 6 in the shot clock, and he gets bumped.
And that could be the ejection there. 5th and disqualifying foul if they call it on number 6. Looks like it is. Zach John going to be disqualified from this one with his 5th and ejection foul.
So now they will lean on DK here. You would think anyway, and John is pleading his case, but that's it. And now it will be DK is going to come into the game.
Pretty big minutes for John. I love his defensive versatility.
Yes.
He came in, he was tenacious, 2 for 4 shooting, play within himself, 4 assists as well. A little bit of an energizer bunny for this Gators team as he's going to have to cheer from the sidelines the rest of the way.
14 on the clock here. Robinson inside for Smid. Swarmed there by 3 defenders. Smid gets rid of it. 6 on the clock. Robinson jab step. Hounded defensively. James lets it go and drills it from deep. Jeffrey James.
No shot bigger of his season thus far. Jeffrey James up to 15 points, and that's a huge steal by Maye.
Maye getting in there defensively. Hit ahead pass. Smid to the bucket. Oh, he nearly threw it down, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Good hard foul by Robert. He had the preview the last time. Smid already with a highlight reel dunk. Not going to allow it to happen again. Look at the replay. Smid, the athleticism, skying among the trees. One of the better leapers in all of U Sports.
And we saw Smid throw one down earlier in this game as he hits the first. And knocks down the second as well. So a 14-point lead, under 4 to go. UVic in control, it would seem. Jacob for Bishops. Jacob lets it go well short on the 3, out of bounds. It'll be Vikes ball. So the Vikes, I think they can smell it, Andrew. They can. There's a little bit of blood in the water here, up 14 with 3 minutes to go. Bishops obviously trying to avoid a trip to the consolation side of the bracket. Now we get a timeout on the floor from Bishops with 3:05 to go in the fourth. Again, 81-67. UVic working.
Not quite out of reach, but time not on their side. If you're a Tracy McGrady fan, you've seen, what is it, 13 and 30?
Is T Mac in the building? I think it was 13 points in 37 seconds.
Yeah.
If he is in the building, I would sub him in right now.
One-day contract.
That's all it would take. Wouldn't even need a 10-day. Now, we talked about it, Andrew. I mean, they're going to Robert every time down. But it's to the point now where Robert, he's got 3 defenders on him every time down. And you wonder, we kind of talked about this at the beginning of the game. You got the bigs for Bishops, effective, obviously, with Robert and then with Gagnon as well. But you're waiting to see who on the perimeter is going to step up and hit some big shots. And obviously, DK has played some big minutes. John just fouling out of the game. Obviously, that's not the best for head coach Matt McLean. But you got to wonder where the offense is coming if the Vikes now know, okay, they're just going to Big Charles every single time down the floor.
Not a lot of shooters on the floor right now. Robert 1 for 1. Malanda 1 for 5 from deep. And you saw Jacob hitting 2 big threes there in that first quarter. He's been quiet ever since. That three-point percentage below 30%. You know they're going to try and shoot their way back into this one with time not on their side. But the secondary scoring throughout tonight has not been there for the Gators. Just 12 points off the bench. But that secondary unit for the Vikes, plus 12 at 24-12 margin.
Now full court pressure here from the Gators, pardon me, as they're running out of time. Lob for Smeed. Oh, we nearly threw that one down. Ronaldo Robinson. You could see it develop, but he just couldn't finish. Now Robinson, little baseline drive, kicking it out. Sam Maye, 7 on the clock, fires a 3, was blocked. And skying for the loose ball was Malanda. Here comes DK now. Jacob back for DK. DK into the paint, little push off there, but he drills the jump shot to cut it to 12.
Great separation there from OBDK. Had the taller defender, Shaden Smith, on him.
Now Maye, as the Vikes do a good job picking up the pressure. Test for Georges, no. Robert fighting for the rebound. Maye comes up with it on the offensive glass to keep the possession for UVic. That is a backbreaker if you're Bishops, especially with just 2 minutes and change left in this ball game. Test for Georges will try again and miss again. Smid once again, offensive glass and a foul. You can sense Andrew Bishops maybe running out of gas a little bit here late in this fourth quarter. The Vikes really owning the offensive glass.
And Shaden Smith, a difference maker here in this fourth quarter. Didn't check in until about halfway. It looks like he had his quad tension, got it that sorted out, but controlling the glass, allowing the Vikes to sustain this lead.
It is James now. He'll try a long 3, no. Loose ball on the rebound, now on the floor, out of bounds. It will go to Bishops.
Who else but Sam Maye, sacrificing the body on the deck. That's how you earn that Defensive Player of the Year nod, but that's how you also earn a reputation as being able to guard 1 through 5. You can play with the posts, you can play with the guards. He wants his U Sports career to keep on going. Victoria on the hunt for their first national championship since 1997.
Robert against Smid, turning inside. Good defense by Smid. Knocked the ball loose, and now Smid looks like he got hit in the thigh area. Maybe a Charlie horse, and Smid's going to take a knee here in the backcourt. I'm no doctor, Andrew, but I'm guessing it's something to that degree as Smid is having a little trouble, and now he's being helped to the bench by Tess for Georges and gets a nice hand from the crowd here. But we might have to keep an eye on that as this tournament rolls along from the Victoria side of things, because we've been singing his praises, the effort at both ends of the floor. Ethan Vogt will check back in.
Schmid in his 3rd year, and for Smid, he had that injury in January, limited to just 10 games of regular season action. He's been in and out of playing time here tonight. Hope he's okay.
And we've got a steal here and a collision. Oh, and the Vikes get the ball right back. A little back and forth patty cake. Good pressure there by Bishops, but they're running out of time. Minute 28 to go, and James with the ball. He'll hold it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now into the backcourt, and Robinson will let that one go. It's going to go back to Bishops with a minute 13 left. 81-69. Sam Maye with 16 in this game. Ronaldo Robinson leading all Vikes players with 18 points, and Robert at the other end with 19 for Bishops, but it may not be enough here. Down 12 with a minute 13. Robert gets it right inside, and Maillet commits the foul. Sam doesn't like it, but Robert will go to the line.
12-point lead for the Vikes. Chance to get it back to single digits. Robert have to hit these 2 free throws. Going to try and play full court defense and force some steals the rest of the way. Robert perfect from the line thus far, 4 for 4.
Robert is short on the first.
For Robert in his 4th year, mathematics major, 7 assists, 19 points. 1 more year of eligibility for him.
And as Tesfa Georges picks it up. Now it's James with a minute and change left, and the Vikes, did they throw it away? No, they didn't. They'll keep the ball.
I think I might agree with Bishops on this one. I think Tesfa Georges tipped it after DK. Going to stay with the Vikes, however.
Robinson with a minute to go. Under some pressure, lost the ball. Moanda. Now it's Gagnon driving all the way to the bucket, lost the handle off the knee, and it'll go back to the Vikes as we are under a minute to go, 52 seconds, 81-70, UVic with the edge. And they can sense the semifinal. Maya had some initial trouble getting it in, and now they break the press easily because it's Sam in the open court. Kicks it to the corner, and Tesfa Georges will throw it out for Robinson. And they're just going to stall a little bit here, kill some clock. Long three-pointer, no good. Gagnon grabs the board, and we've got a foul inside on Tesfa Georges.
Unnecessary foul to take there if you're Tesfa Georges. No worse for wear. It's going to lead to free throws on the other end for Gagnon.
So the next battle on the men's side of the bracket coming up at 2 p.m. local time, 2 p.m. Pacific. Concordia will face the number 1 seed Ottawa GGs at the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center. We are coming to you live from the War Memorial Gym. Beautiful building with a lot of history in it. So excited to have this event on this campus. First time ever, both the men's and women's Final 8 in the same city. As we get a timeout, Vikes with 38 seconds to go. And Andrew, really, it's just hang on to the ball. Don't do anything silly. We're up by 9. Let's just get to the semifinal.
Get the ball over half court. Don't commit a turnover. You don't need to force a shot. Only 2 possessions left in this one. And for the Vikes, looks like they're going to advance, barring a miracle for Bishops. You can see next game coming up. That's the thrilling part of this. Typically, the women's Final 8 and the men's Final 8 separated cross-country, hosted in 2 different places. But
Yes.
UBC, they've created a festival-style atmosphere here. You can hop between gyms, Thunderbird, War Memorial. Coming up next here at War Memorial Gym, you got the number 3 Carleton Ravens, the 2-time reigning champions led by U Sports Coach of the Year, Danny Sinclair, against the Bishops Gaiters, the 6th seed. So don't go anywhere if you're watching action here, or hop on to a different broadcast. We got hoops all weekend, Marcus.
And we've got a lot of Bishops-clad fans in the building, and they know, hey, this might not be the result we want, but we can stick around and still root on the women's side. Unbelievable that it took this long to have both sides of the draw in the same building. Seems like a natural fit to me, but very, very excited that they were able to make that happen as we get set to close this one out. And again, as you heard Andrew say, coming up after this one on the women's side of the draw at War Memorial Gym, it will be Bishops against Carleton. You hear that name in basketball, you think success. As Sam Maillet sets it up for Ethan Bogue, back for Tesfa Georges. The Gators have to foul, and Gagnon does here with 30 seconds left.
One more foul and we have a bonus situation, but right now, Vikes, great ability to break the press, get over the half-court line.
Good ball game here today. Very physical on both sides. Love the defense. You can really see the intensity. It did not take long for either side to get into this ball game. playing on the biggest of stages here at War Memorial Gym as we get another foul. Sam Maye looking to swing there to Ronaldo Robinson. 9-point edge here, 24 seconds left. Certainly not the result that Matt McLean and the Gators were looking for as Carl Jacob checks back in. But we kind of talked about it on the broadcast there, Andrew. You know, one thing that's kind of dogged these Gators a little bit, you know, those fourth quarters, they do have a tendency to fade. Now, granted, 16-2, they're still really good. They deserve to be here, but those two losses, that was the fourth quarter that got them. We kind of saw that a little bit here this afternoon as the free throw is good. And we'll get one more timeout.
Yeah, another timeout for head coach Matt McLean. Wants to talk things over, but hopefully congratulating his players as well. Overall record, regular plus postseason, going to fall to 16-3. Some consolation games ahead for them, but that's the thrill of this tournament. You have 4 conferences across the country. You have the RSEQ, the AUS, the OUA, and then you have Canada West, and you don't get exposure to those other teams until you start playing this March Madness type format, and you're relying on film, you're relying on the scout. And for Victoria, they were ranked #1 for most of the season, but that key semifinal loss against Calgary sent them to the 3 seed, which orchestrated this date with Bishops, a tough first round matchup for the Gators.
Yes, indeed. That's a big part of this tournament. You see matchups that you don't normally see. The last time these two teams went head to head, Andrew, October of 2014, just to give you an idea. So it is special when we have these matchups. Similar to the NCAA tournament down south, which starts next week. We have the Canadian version, the Final 8 here in Vancouver, today through Sunday on CBC. Marcus Fitzgerald, Andrew Savory, it's been great to have you with us here as we get set to close this one out. 24 seconds on the clock. And Robert one more time. Pass inside, stolen. Pereira getting down on the floor, collision there and a whistle. 17 seconds left, maybe a little frustration now on the Bishop side of things. And that's the challenge too. You lose that first game on the Thursday. It's not a one and done. You got to be able to get back on the horse and get back to it the next day, because hey, there is still something to play for, even if we didn't get the result we wanted on day one.
As a student athlete, you got 5 years of eligibility, and if you don't win a Final 8 1 year, you look at Charles Robert, he's got another year of eligibility, and Gators looks like they'll be hanging around for a little bit among the Titans of RSEQ. Chance to get back to Nationals next year.
RSEQ champions, again, a fine season for Matt McLean. 3 seasons as head coach, and now the Vikes will empty the bench a little bit. Jackson Agazi checking into the game for the first time. Dylan Gage for the first time this afternoon as well. Final 13 seconds. DK jacks up a 3. That's way off. Missed everything there. Final 10 seconds now. So the Vikes, after a bumpy start, found their stride, found their shot. And they shot the ball particularly well in this ball game. Sam Maye, we talked about him. We talked about him defensively, but offensively, he can give it to you too. 18 points in this game. Another player standing out, talked about a lot, Shaden Smid, finishing with 14. And Ronaldo Robinson with 18 points. Back in January, it was how do you replace the offense of Diego Mafia. Robinson was a guy who stepped right in, and now he's about to lead his team into the Final 8 semifinal.
Couple of scores at 18 points, like you said. Maye with 18, Robinson with 18, but Shaden Smid, 14 points, 4 steals, key defensive effort, neutralizing Gagnon in the second half.
And energy. I feel like everything that Smid did was loud in this game as Robert draws another foul here. 6 seconds to go. Playing hard till the end. Final 10 seconds of this ball game. 13-point edge for the Vikes. Robert back to the line one more time. One more to come from Big Charles.
20 points, 7 assists, 5 for 6 from the line, 1 3, 7 and 13 from the field. An all-around force, Charles Robert.
He misses the second. Gage comes up with a rebound, lost the handle. One last shot from Melanda. Pereira with the ball, and that'll do it. The University of Victoria Vikes on the way to the semifinal, an 85-73 win over the Bishops Gaiters in this tournament opener at War Memorial Gym. As we get into the final stats, brought to you by Wilson, makers of the official U Sports basketball. And again, Andrew, you look at some of these numbers. We mentioned some of the scoring in this game, the individual scoring. But as a group, you know, the shooting in this game for Victoria really stood out. 46% from the field, 37% from three-point land. Granted, they cooled off a little bit in garbage time, certainly, but they really caught fire after a slow start. They also, both teams hit the glass in this game, too, it should be pointed out. 40-39, the edge in rebounds, pardon me, in favor of Bishops. Turnovers, pretty even as well. I guess what I'm trying to say, Mr. Savory, is this was a pretty even game. I know it was a 12-point game, but it seemed pretty even for the most part this afternoon.
There's a testament to the ability of the Vikes to weather the storm that the Gators inflicted in that first half. And it really comes down to the secondary unit and the depth of this Vikes squad. You have 15 points off the bench from Jeffrey James, a huge three-pointer in the fourth. And you also have 8 points and 2 threes off the bench from Aaron Tesfa-Georges. That depth, so crucial in multi-day tournaments such as this.
And the Nike player of the game on the Vikes side of the ball, Shaden Smith, we just talked about him. The Nike player of the game for Bishops, number 10, Charles Robert, who was just everywhere the offense was going through him tonight. So, for Andrew Savory, I am Marcus Fitzgerald. The Victoria Vikes move on to the semifinal of the Final 8 here at War Memorial Gym at UBC. Coming up next from this venue, you've got Carleton against, once again, the Bishops Gaiters. Take care. We'll do it again very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you may be. You are watching the Final 8 presented by Indochino on CBC. Good afternoon.
Started. Zombie on the track. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month. I was trying to get it on my own. Working all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right.